Welcome to Tradespoon. My name is Vlad Karpel. I'm CEO and founder of Tradespoon and Yellow Tunnel. Today I'd like to go over the warning signs. Before I go over the warning signs when you trade, something you need to be aware. Please take a look at my bio. I was Executive Vice President, Head of Technology at Options Express from its inception through 2007. Options Express was an online broker-dealer acquired by Charles Schwab in 2011. Since I left Options Express, I work as a consultant investor in several financial technology firms here in Chicago. Started Tradespoon in 2012. I've been trading and managing my own money for over 15 years, mentoring and teaching Tradespoon subscribers and Yellow Tunnel subscribers since 2012. And my background is artificial intelligence, and I have a master's degree in computer science. Disclosure, since I'm going to go through some of the trading examples along with market conditions and some of the trades, very important to look at the disclosures. Trading stock and options involve risk and are not suitable for everyone. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in current market conditions. Yellow Tunnel and Tradespoon are not and presenter of this video is not a financial advisor. I'm not registered with FINRA nor SEC. I'm showing you what I do in my own portfolio based on my own risk tolerance level for general education and information purposes only. It should not be assumed that the future trade picks will be profitable or will equal past performance. And you can see the relationship between Tradespoon and trading block on the bottom of your screen. So warning signs as a trader. Sometimes when you trade, you see signs of illusion of certainty. When the trade goes against you, so you can catch yourself saying things like, I knew I will lose money on this trade, or the stock always trades against me. I'm going back to my high school years when I took chemistry, and we had a swear jar. And the concept of swear jar basically makes you self-aware that when you swear, you would have to pay money. So as a trader now, 30 years later, when I trade, it's very important to be self-aware, and when you trade, catch yourself when you have these thoughts. That gives you an illusion of certainty, basically saying that when I get into a trade, I'm 100% confident it's either going to go in my direction, or I'm 100% confident that I'm going to lose money. And when you trading and you face with uncertainty, you can never be 100% correct or 100% incorrect. There's only always probability that the trade will go in your direction. And when you have these negative thoughts, it gives you an illusion of certainty, such as I'm certain that this trade will rebound, or why is this always happening to me? So when you catch yourself hearing these thoughts in your head, this is a warning sign and something you need to be well aware of. The second part of warning signs is irrational outcome rationalization. I can't believe how unlucky I became. Or you do insults. You're saying insulting yourself and being very critical of yourself, and you show signs of lack of self-compassion. And often traders have alpha personality. They are putting too much pressure on themselves and being very critical, and that creates undue pressure and causing negative trading results. So what are some of the toolbox that I found through research and something that I apply on a daily basis when I trade? First of all, you need to recognize these thoughts and label them with one word, whether you use swear words or whether you're using such as, I'm confident that, or I'm regretful. You want to keep a journal, and when you feel these thoughts or you have these thoughts going through your mind, it's very important to write them down. When you write them down, these thoughts will slow down and usually will go away. You want to go through negative scenarios that I spoke previously. Negative scenarios allows you to anticipate different outcomes, and when you do have a negative outcome, you will tend to be less critical of yourself and realize that this is not a certainty, and this is something that has certain probability. The negative scenario has certain probability, and they do occur. You want to constantly refer to your trading plan and see if you're deviating from your trading plan as a result of these thoughts. Pair trading, if you trade with someone or in a group or in a forum or live trading room environment, you can always bounce these ideas and with your partner. What works for me is always empathy. If you can exercise empathy toward your own feelings and toward your own state and understand why you got on this trade, what were the odds, what was the negative and positive scenarios, then you tend to be less critical and less likely to put undue pressure on yourself. And ultimately, always have a state of mind where you're searching the truth in trading. And the truth in trading is that there's never outcome that's 100% certain, and trading is based on probabilities. And when you're faced with uncertainty, as long as you can review different outcomes and place your trade based on probability, and you always search for high probability trades that have favorable risk versus reward ratio, then that will help you deal with some of these thoughts. So let's go back now and apply these concepts to trading. What are some of the issues you can face? So now I'm looking at the TradeSpoon stock forecast toolbox. Model predicted the overhead resistance for today to be 300, supported 296.38, slightly negative bias. I'm going to look at, this was done before the market opened. If you look at the futures data, Netflix announced earnings, missed estimates, CSX, railroad company, missed estimates, IBM is down. So we're seeing futures deteriorating, and we are right now it's 29.82. So we had a drop all the way from 30.10 on S&P futures using September contract. Now looking for 10-day, 50-day forecast. This is a seasonal chart from the TradeSpoon. Again, makes prediction on Sunday. Last Sunday, the model run at 6 p.m. provided 4 predictions. All 4 pointed to the upside, saying that at 300, potentially overshooting to 306 level, market is overbought. Support is 298. We're currently right at that support level at 298. I'm looking at the futures data. We are right at that support that we predicted for next 10 days. Potentially, we do have a support at 29.61. So potentially, if we don't hold the 29.76 level when the market opens tomorrow, then the next level of support is 29.55. So I would keep an eye on 29.75. If that support breaks, we'll probably retrace back to 29.56, which is a long-term support. And this is going back to June 14th. And if we don't hold on to the 29.65 level, which is long-term support, then potentially we can retrace all the way to 2900 level, which corresponds to the 50-day moving average on S&P. So those are the key support and levels. And again, looking at some of the warning signs, just realize that these long-term support, this is where you have high odds that the market will rebound. So you can place your trades at 29.74 going bullish or 29.50 going bullish. These are setups that have low risk, high reward ratio. You can always, when you buy the support, have a minimal stop level, but have a much higher target gain. But realize that none of these levels have 100% certainty. And if you do catch yourself with the thoughts that, oh, this always happens to me when the support breaks, realize that this is probably not true. And ultimately, every trade has certain probabilities of success. Also, part of your trading plan, in order to realize where the key support and resistance level on long term, always look for 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average, and SPY. Structure your trades with favorable risk versus reward. I just went over some of the key support levels on S&P futures. Hedge your portfolio. If the market is overbought at 300, potentially buying Treasury, TLT, buying gold, buying SPY puts, and VXX will protect your portfolio. Always keep 30% of your portfolio in cash and trade cover calls. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much. Again, yellowtunnel.com. This is a sister company of TradeSpoon. This is where we provide free education for psychology. Thank you.